Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online Mewtwo visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side, so once you have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now today's video, I would like to get some updates. Obviously we have passed the 23rd of March 2024 where the new student visa genuine student requirement is currently enforced. So what has been happened, only a couple of days, but we already have experienced some well, not difficulties, but I'll just like to share with you. Now first of all, there are some refusals, obviously. There are an increased sign in visa refusal, in particular on the critical technology sector, and also people ask, would the genuine student requirement be easier than GTE previously? Well, the answer is no, because they're exactly the same. So we're going to take you through those information, and before we do that, let's check out one of the news that's from SBS, came out when 25th, that was 2 days ago. Now as you can see the building there, you can, well, if you have following my channel long enough, you'll notice the issue of housing crisis in Australia. Now how lazy are the constructors or the construction industry? Now they probably are not lazy, but they are just trying to adjust to what? To the post-pandemic inflations, because everything has increased, and a lot of the contract, well, they're gonna be hundreds and thousands before pandemic, has been signed with a figure that cannot sustain anymore. So all these construction companies just went bust one by one. I think there has been tens and hundreds already, probably small and medium and large sizes. So as you read the topic, I'm not going to go through the whole detail, but it says a possible solution for Australian tradie shortage. Now, where are we going to get those tradies? How are we going to get those tradies assessed? Do they need to pass English test? Well, probably. What about the annual salary figures? Above 70,000 as well. Not too sure how that will get enough tradies though, but 90,000 migrants, I'm not too sure. Probably traditionally probably what they have done is they use the international students or working holiday makers. But if they wanted to legitimize this area of the construction industry, I think it will be pretty hard, because what had happened for Australia is the government has, over the years, 10-20 years, they have basically made the employment visa very complex. Well, thanks to the Labor and the union, because they wanted to protect their own labor. They wanted to protect the Australian workers, despite the knowledge of that the Australian workers don't really produce as good as the skilled migrants. So here is the clash. I don't know what's gonna happen. How are all the construction worker coming overseas gonna be paid above 70,000? Question mark. And do they need to pass English tests? And do they need to get skill tests? I don't know. See how that goes. Okay, now the other one is, I've done a video about this one, about the critical technology, which is going to take effect on the public interest criteria 4003B from 1st April. Well, you may say, well, Carl, it's not 1st April yet. What are you talking about? Why do you want to get some update there? Now, I noticed that there has been the policy is slowly rolling out already, because they can utilize different other mechanism within the policy to actually enforce what they want to do. So even we are at the late March, I have already seen student visas in the critical technology sector being refused. So we gotta watch this part here now, especially for students coming from countries like China, Russia, some parts of the Middle East. You may know those nations. Then if you want to come and study any technology related courses, you got to be very careful. And what are those ones? Well, basically, if you think it's technology, then it's technology. So bio, ICT, software engineering, AI, cybersecurity, all this space related, aerodynamics, all these kind of things. If you think it's technology related, then it's technology related, and it's usually within the critical technology. So we have seen some of these being refused, and I believe there's going to be more coming. So you got to be watch what's coming up. I'm not here to scare people, but it's actually happening. So if you refer back to one of my video talking specifically on the critical tech, you may get more detail. And I've been warning all this perhaps 6 months or 12 months ago. Anyway, so it's coming, so you watch that out. The next one is Clare O'Neil, the Minister of Home Affairs, is in the center of the media again. So this came out on the 21st of March, but I just want to talk about the ghost colleges. So obviously it has been a big topic that the Labour government of Australia wanted to paint as they are the saint. They are hunting down all the evils. In fact, they are doing that, which is good. But there is also side effect. Remember, I've talked about the government of Australia, how they implement new policies in a way that I don't really like it. So I always say this: in the medium long run, it's good, but there's always a short term earthquake. How I describe it. So they always do this in a way, I describe it as like policy chemotherapy, so they just pull a chemotherapy into a sector or industry, and the goods and bads, including all the goods, will be destroyed or partially, vanished. So what has been happened is, obviously we see this one is a big news. So they want the general public of Australia will give them the claps, saying that, oh great, okay, so the government's doing the right thing, hunting down the ghost colleges and restrict the numbers of incoming students to not causing housing crisis, but it also have a side effect. Now we also talked about this suspension certificate that's going to be issued to the institutions, to the education institutions. Now, the side effect now is we have now seen universities, a large university. So you've seen the news that the media that we have reported previously, like Melbourne University, now Tasmanians. I've seen university in Western Australia, and also all across, University of Sydney as well, and all across, I suppose, Queensland, everywhere is happening. Okay, University of South Australia, University of Adelaide is getting student visa refusals, which they probably haven't really experienced for the past 10-20 years. Now, what's that gonna cost all this university is, now they don't want to get into receiving suspension certificates, because suspension certificate, I previously had explained, that will actually suspend the education institution to actually lawfully enroll further international students for at least a minimum of 6 months. Now imagine the University of Australia. Now there's 45 of them. Only one is private. All the others are all public. If one of these universities gets suspended, I don't know. That's gonna be a global news. Okay, so the effect recently is that it's gonna be very hard for anyone to apply university now. Talking about anyone unsure, if you're on 600 visa, 485 visa, working holiday visa, if you want to apply for a university, numbers of university we already know because we receive notification from these universities newsletter. They will not accept onshore admission anymore, just to lower down the risk of getting suspended, and especially if you're holding a country or passport coming from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, or the southeastern countries, Vietnam, Indonesia, and also including China, where they have specifically categorized as high risk level countries. The university will actually take admission seriously, in detail, and ask for a lot of complexity. So that is what you're gonna experience. Anyone who wants to apply for uni or come into Australia to study will experience that harsh, cruel facts in the coming weeks and months. So that's for the update for you. Should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave comment right down below. And I'll see you next video. Goodbye.